Oh my gosh, you guys. I've done it. I have figured out the missing ingredient. You guys remember I've been working on the random land jungle out here? Well, take a look at this. Oh my gosh. Look at that. It has become a thing of beauty. $30 for little spotlights. You can see some of them down there. And $3 for little colored gels to put on top of them. And presto changeo. Instant Adventureland. Oh my gosh, all I need now is the sound of running water. I gotta get a little fountain back there. Eventually there'll be some kind of tiki hut over in this corner. But for now, dude, holy cow, what a difference. I can't even believe what a huge difference that makes. Oh my gosh. I might just set up a tent in the backyard and live out here. Oh yeah, look at that. Got one pointed up at the tree there. The little solar torches. Oh, dude, what do you think about that, London?
That's cool.
Right? Don't you just want to set up a tent out there?
I mean, it'd be kind of hard with the lights.
All we need now is some mosquitoes and malaria, and it'll be like a real jungle. Some insects, maybe a jaguar. I'm just gonna make a small boat, and then I want you to push me back and forth like it's the Jungle Cruise, okay? I'll put some plastic hippos on the lawn. Oh man, this is cool. I might never go inside again. Wow.
Set up your tent and cot out here?
Yes, kinda now. Okay, now I feel like I made some progress out here. This is progress. Took a couple of weeks, couple of weird Amazon purchases. Yes, look at that. Okay, dude, that is a view fit for a king. I'm quite pleased with my handiwork. Of course, I got a lot of other problems to solve, as you can see here. But I could look at that jungle all day. Who knew that $33 could make such a difference? Dude, I seriously cannot stop staring at that. It feels like I haven't left my house in a long time, because I haven't. I was slated to go on a journey across the entire country to do a very important errand, which will remain secret for now. And I was supposed to be going with someone who's a little extra weirded out and worried about the pandemic and all that different stuff. And so I've been staying extra isolated and basically just staying in my casa for a long time. Now, though, it looks like I'll be going solo, and if I can avoid the snow, I'm pretty sure, weather permitting, I should be able to come home overland, which should be quite the adventure. So not a bad thing to stay a little isolated for the rest of this week. So cross your fingers, everybody. Should be an adventure in the works. Look at this. This is something else I picked up on OfferUp for so cheap. These weird little retail shelves. I've been painting these. This one is still drying. Somebody was selling them for like pennies. Pennies! If you guys remember that video where I showed you my Batman collection, you'll know I have a ton of action figures around. Not just the ones that I've managed to kind of gather up over the years, but also a lot that people have sent me. So when I saw those things, I thought they would be perfect to do something a little weird, a little crazy. And keep in mind, you're only seeing half of it at the moment. Look at this. Oh, dude. This is every 80s kid's dream. Look at that. Somebody sent me these old Star Wars figures. I got 3 of them. Then there's some reproductions back there behind them. Funko sent me these a long time ago when they had a partnership going with Reaction. And then these are all part of my Batman collection right here. Look how awesome they look. This is the most cabin fever, the most stir crazy I have ever felt trying to stay home. Look at that. That was Allie's Christmas present to me. 7 Samurai. Awesome. Been working on these weird little foam things to try to kill the insane echo that was in here in the Random Land HQ. But most of all, over the past several months, I've been working on a top secret writing project. Something I've wanted to do for years, but normally I am running around all over the place. I never have 5 minutes to sit still, so if there was going to be any time ever to do it, take a stab at writing and, potentially embarrass myself for life. This was the moment. It was now or never. So since June, no, I take that back. Since the last day of July, I have written 95,692 words, each one of which I am now having to go back over line by line to edit and spell check and redo, the bad bits. And that is what, for 2 weeks, I have just been glued to the laptop for. It's sort of a top secret thing, but it's occupying so much time now to try to take it over the finish line. I wanted to let everybody know exactly what I was doing before they thought I fell off a cliff or something like that. Like I said, the weather permitting, there should be some adventure 1 week from today. So I am trying to buckle down and get as much done as I possibly can on all the crazy projects I've been working on. But of course, mostly the writing thing. Everything else has sort of just been things I do in between to not go completely stir crazy. But I'm closing in, my friends. I'm closing in. Dude, look at Indiana Jones right there. What's he doing? I'll tell you what he's doing. He's man-spreading. He's man-spreading. Anyway, like I said, I've managed to conquer 95,692 words, give or take. And we've managed to keep the Patreon podcast going pretty steadily and get that really kick-started back up here in the old HQ. For the first time in a decade, I figured out how to display this crazy collection of stuff that I've got. All of this pleases me. It pleases me. Progress is being made. But the thing that's closest to my heart is adventure. It's getting back outside, back out on the road, and finally, it's within sight. Poor Allie has really been struggling with her Crohn's disease lately, but look at this. She still found time to make me dinner. You're so nice. I myself had a recent bout with injury and illness. Not the big one, though. Not the big C, you know what I'm saying? So I'm still clear on that one for now. I've gotten on a healthy diet. Allie, meanwhile, decided to treat herself to some Red Robin, so, you know, I'm a little jealous. Anyway, it's hardly been a banner year for anyone the last 12 months or so. But the good news is we survived. We made it this far. Anyway, hopefully that road trip works out for the moment, though. I think it's time to shower and shave, and maybe in the morning, get out and stretch our legs a little bit. I don't know about you, but I could use some exercise. Ah, yes. I can see it yonder. Can you smell it, boy? The spray of the sea. Wow. Good thing we brought our masks, because a lot more people had the same idea as us than I figured there would be. If I'm not mistaken, those benches right there are where my parents had their first date. Which means if it wasn't for this beach, there might not be a me. All right, luckily it looks like there are a lot fewer people down at the tide pool. So that is where we'll go. It's weird, this was also the beach we used to come on field trips for school. Oh, sand. I forgot about sand. It's coarse and rough and gets everywhere. Ah, here we go. Here's a part of the beach even Darth Vader can't hate. All right, here we go. Watch out for the slippery stuff, okay, buddy? Let's make our way. Very deceptive what has water in it and what doesn't. I'm fairly confident I'm going to be sticking my shoes right into a puddle any moment. You okay there? Yeah, you've taken your first steps into a larger world. Don't take your first steps into the hermit crab's world, though. See, at high tide, all of this gets covered up by the water. It rushes in, deposits some marine life over here, and then when it goes back out, a bunch of pools with interesting creatures in them. I want to come back here and do more when there's a little higher of a tide and I have more time and more light, but I do have a waterproof case on a GoPro, so I'm hoping there's just enough light to stick it in a puddle and try it out. I hope that's not against the rules or anything. I didn't see that on the rules. What was your joke?
I said erosion's very uneven. It would make a very bad government.
What? All right, it's probably way too dark, but I'm just gonna give this a little testaroo. Ooh, I can't tell what it's gonna look like. I wish we had got here 20 minutes earlier. It would have been perfect, but now I'm not so sure there's enough light. Oh well, worth a shot, right? Let's go again. All right, well, we're still plunging this thing into holes, just kind of hoping that it's working. It's hard to see what's actually on the screen of the camera. I tried about 10 or 15 different ones. Hopefully some of them will come out okay. So far, the little waterproof case seems to be doing its job, you know? So far, so good. Yeah, I think it's just a little too dark now out here in the twilight like this to really see into the tide pools, but like I say, at least we know the little waterproof thing works. And look at that sunset. That is fantastic. Hey, look at this. There's a guy kayaking out there. You having fun, buddy?
Yeah.
Feel better now?
Yeah.
Not as cranky? I dragged him away from VR Minecraft, so you know this was kind of a big deal. Look at that house up there on the edge. Yikes. Boy, I'd be afraid of one big wave coming along and sweeping me out to sea. Yar! It be me, Captain Justin Scard, floating on the SS Former House, roaming the seven seas, stealing all your doubloons and whatnot, and your mine coins. Are they called mine coins? Are there mine coins? Stealing all your emeralds, yar! There's still a lot of water coming out of the creek into the sand flats here. What? What'd you say?
You said the ship is flooding.
Yes, it's flooding. Run for your life. I've grown up near the beach, but I'm a landlubber at heart, I gotta admit. Whoa, look at this. I think I've seen this on the menu at a restaurant before. What is that? I believe, son, that is called vegan food. Alright, well, turns out most of the people down here were only here to watch the sunset. A couple of kids running around still, and a couple of couples over here doing a little smooching. I'm gonna tell. A lot of smooching going on over there. See all the teenagers smooching back there? You're almost a smooching age, kid. You better watch out. It'll be you next. Alright, well, I guess I mostly just wanted to give you guys the update, let you know what was going on. I'm still working on the project, still doing the editing, but any day now I'm going to hitch a ride on a plane and be driving back across country, I think. So, get ready for the adventures to continue.
For now, though, we've done our duty. We can go home and sail well.